Hey everyone, Whitney here with a quick message from the sponsor of this video, Green Mountain Services. Join us for the 6th annual Cerebral Palsy Conference on October 1st and 2nd, 2021. This is a virtual event that can be attended by the comfort of your own home. There will be 2 days of networking, sessions, and high-quality award-winning speakers. Registration is free. Go to cerebralpalsyconference.org for more information. Providing cerebral palsy advocates, an event for networking and education. Hope to see you there. Hey guys, this is Whitney and welcome back to another episode of Spastic Chatter. If you didn't know, Spastic Chatter is a platform meant to feature those in the cerebral palsy community, and I get together weekly with individuals with CP like myself to have an uncensored chat, if you will, about what it's like living with this type of disability. And for this week, I have Danielle, and I found her through Instagram, my favorite platform to find people. And I know the way I found her was I noticed she was following me, and I looked at her stuff, and I was like, she's the perfect person to have on Spastic Chatter. So that's how I found her. She's on a fitness journey, and she just became a personal trainer. So I'm going to let Danielle introduce herself, and then we'll get on to the conversation. So take it away, Danielle.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much, Whitney, for letting me be on this podcast. This is my first podcast interview, so this is definitely a huge opportunity that I'm so thankful to have. I'm Danielle, as she said, and I'm 20 years old. I'm from Pennsylvania, and I've been on my adaptive CrossFit journey for about 2 years now, and it has been the best experience of my life. And I'm now a certified personal trainer as of May. So I think we're just going to dive a little bit deeper into that.
Awesome. Yes, we are. I kind of want to, I like taking you back, I like starting my interviews, like taking you back, talking about, like your childhood experience growing up with CP. I know that may be a little weird for some people, because when I think about my childhood, I'm like, it's just a normal childhood. Like, there was nothing special about it. But how was it like for you growing up with CP, Danielle? Was it any different?
So I'll say I had an amazing childhood. I am actually a quadruplet. You probably have never met a quadruplet before. So what that means is there's 3 girls and a boy, including me. And then I also have an older brother, and we're all 20, and then my older brother's 23. So as you can imagine, it was a hectic household. And having 3 other siblings my own age, in my own grade, we were in the same school and everything else like that. I've always wanted to keep up with them. I wanted to keep up with them and their friends, and I wanted to be able to do all that they were doing. So I think from the get-go, that allowed me to have the very independent, go-getter, kind of wild spirit that I have. That's worked to my advantage in my later years. So I had a very happy childhood, and we are best friends. My siblings and I are best friends, and I am so thankful for that. We have each other's back
That's
at
awesome.
all times. So.
I can kind of relate. Not that I have 3 other siblings, but I have a twin. So like I had that person there growing up, like to lean on for support and things like that. And she was always my protector, because she's able-bodied, and I have a disability, so she was always my protector growing up. Was your siblings like that?
Oh, definitely, yeah. They always looked out for me. My one sister, we call her the mother hen, because she always takes charge of everything, and
Yeah,
kind of the mother of the bunch. So definitely, my siblings have been there to help me and protect me and be there for me at all times. So, and they've been big motivators. My family, the bond that I have within my family and our family unit has been a huge motivator and a huge reason I am where I am today. So
That's awesome. So like, since we talked about your childhood, like, how was your like school experience? Like, were you like, were you mainstream? Did you pursue higher education? Like, what did that look like?
so yeah, all through kindergarten through high school, I was mainstreamed. I did have an IEP, which allowed me to just have some, personal care assistant and some extra accommodations that I needed along the way, but I was mainstreamed. Um, I would say I would say that my elementary school and middle school years were pretty on par, pretty similar to those of able-bodied students. And then came come high school is when things got a little bit dicey. So what happened was I was diagnosed with a chronic illness called postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome and chronic fatigue syndrome as well. So that morphed into a lot of things, which ultimately I just spent a lot of time in the hospital, just recovering, finding the right, medication and treatment regimen to treat that. And I was in and out of the hospital my junior and senior year. So that was really difficult, but I was on homebound for most of the time. And, I really, during that time, it was a very dark time in my life, but I realized it kind of got me to where I am today. It shaped me into who I am, and it shaped my story into how I'm able to be on this podcast today and encourage others. And I just continued to push through that, and I graduated high school by the skin of my teeth. I completed two full semester classes in the last 4 weeks of high school, um, just so I could get my degree, just so I could walk across that stage and get my diploma. At that point, I felt as though nothing was going to stop me. I had 3 other siblings that was graduating, and there's no way, my obstacles that I faced with my illnesses and my physical limitations were going to stop me from walking across that stage. So that was a huge learning experience and growing journey for me as well.
That's awesome. It sounds like you turned your pain into power, as I like to say. And it's made you who you are today. So so you graduated high school. That wasn't very long ago, since you're 20. I have to keep that in mind. So you you got on this fitness journey and became a personal trainer. What was what was your reason behind getting on a fitness journey? Like, why did you fall in love with CrossFit and all of that?
So I felt like I hit a plateau in my physical therapy. I felt like I was not, a part of me was not unlocked. A part of my passion was not unlocked, and I felt like there was much more beyond physical therapy, and there was many more thresholds I could reach that I was not reaching at the time. So I guess this was about, it was right before it was a couple months before the pandemic. So I guess it was like a little, almost 2 years ago. I came down to Florida, and at that time I just felt like I was searching for my purpose. I felt empty. I felt lonely. I didn't really have many connections due to being isolated because of my chronic illnesses. So when I came down to Florida for the winter, I was like, I just got this thought. I'm like, I'm going to start going to the gym, and I'm going to start pushing my body and really engaging in fitness and working out that I consider fun. I didn't want working out to be a chore anymore. So basically, I walked into this random CrossFit gym, and I talked to this trainer, and she had never really worked with anybody with cerebral palsy before. And I just told her what my goals are, walking independently, getting stronger, being able to to be able to functionally move around the house easier and different things like that, and just reach my and other physical disabilities share. We it looks different for all of us, but we share similar goals. So I just expressed those to her, and ever since then, the rest is history. And I say, the coolest part about my story is that since the first time I walked into that gym for my first workout, I knew that I had finally found my calling, had finally found my passion through the years of suffering that I had just endured. I knew that I was called to fitness. I just, felt this unexplainable supernatural peace that this was the arena that I was called to.
That's awesome.
So it starts from there, and it's just gone up from there and gotten better and better each day. So
I actually started getting more into fitness around your age as well, and like in my 20s, and I felt that it's like helped me. It's helped my not only my physical my physical body, but it's helped like my mental health as well. And I just want to touch on what you said about physical therapy, that you felt you could do more. And I too felt like that when I was in physical therapy. I feel like and I might get some, and this is just my opinion. I feel like there can be much more done outside of physical therapy. Like, physical therapy is great, but I feel like my physical therapist didn't put, like, you have to find the right physical therapist for you that pushes you. Because I felt like besides one of my physical therapists, all the other ones that I went to, they never pushed me. It was just to get me by. So that's kind of why. So after physical therapy, like doing my own fitness, I've realized that it's much more rewarding to do it myself and have like a more strict mindset, I guess you could say, of like, I'm gonna get this done, and I'm gonna go. I like to say I'm gonna go big or go home, and that bites that can be a negative thing for me sometimes, but I push myself till I can't push myself anymore. So that was just a little ramble from me. I was also wondering if you follow any of the influencers, or I guess you could call them influencers, on the social media platforms. Like, the one person that came to mind when you're talking about your CrossFit journey is Steph Hammerman, because your stories, I think, are, when it comes to CrossFit, are so like I just felt like you're related so much. Did you come across her when you started your CrossFit journey?
Yes, so I know who Steph is, and as well as going to the physical gym, I literally just started taking her online fitness classes yesterday, actually, through her Staying Driven Virtual Fitness. So I'm familiar with her, and actually, when I first got into fitness, I didn't know anything really about it. So I literally have started my way up from the ground, and
Awesome.
A lot of the Olympic lifts that I do from my knees, and the adaptations, the burpees, the snatches, the cleans, everything, I've learned from just scouting her channel, her Instagram page. So she has definitely been one of the factors of, she's really propelled me to get to where I am today, because all the content that she's put out, and just how inspirational she is with her journey as well. I was like, I definitely felt like I wanted to be the next step to Hannah that I had.
That's very cool. Yeah, that's so. What made you want to take that next step and get your personal training certificate? Or yeah.
So like I said, as soon as I started my journey, I felt called to fitness, and I have I have felt and reached so many levels physically that I imagined, never imagined possible. Just in my balance, in what I'm able to do day to day, and how far I'm able to walk, and all those different facets. And I really want to help others experience the same success that I have, because it is priceless. There's nothing better than exceeding what you ever thought you could achieve. And that's what I've done through fitness. And I really want to help, others believe in their heart that your physical limitations don't have to define you. In fact, you define them. You define where you need to go. And the biggest asset to you reaching your goals is your mindset. If you have that mindset that, you know what, I'm going to overcome any obstacle and I'm going to get to where I need to go, I'm going to get there no matter what it takes. And I think that was one of the big um, driving forces behind why I got my personal training certification, because I not only wanted to become an athlete, but I wanted to be one of the people that then put it into practice, that then was able to take my skills and take my talents that I had acquired through my own fitness journey and start coming alongside others.
That's awesome. So, and I know you're probably looking for clients right now, so I'm going to put all your info in the description below. But the one thing that I wanted to touch on is talking to you before we started recording, you you brought up some good points about how other people with disability might view working out like in a in a different perspective than yourself. Do you kind of want to talk about what we chatted about before we started recording?
Yeah, absolutely. So I was, and I'm speaking from experience. For so many years, when I was younger, I was stuck in this perpetual mindset that no, I can't work out because I have a disability. Of course, I can't push my body. Of course, I can't sweat. Of course, I can't lift super big, heavy weights. But I came to realize that that is, in fact, not true. And I think that so many, the disability community is an unreached population, meaning that so many people just take their disability at face value. So meaning that they use their disability as an excuse or as a reason why they can't move forward. And this may even be self-conscious. You may not even realize that you're doing this, but it's really important to get in the mindset and start feeding yourself positivity and telling yourself that, hey, I have a disability, it's a part of who I am, and I'm blessed to have that. It's given me a platform, but I can push my body. There's no reason I can get in the gym and do CrossFit and do crazy fitness stunts, that you are just like anybody else. So that's a huge message I try to drive home. Never ever use your disability as an excuse not to do something.
That's awesome, and I totally agree. So, you kind of did this with your response, but Danielle, I always ask my guests at the end of every episode if they have advice for others that are going through similar situations as themselves. So, do you have any advice, like fitness advice, life advice? Any advice for other people watching this?
I think just the biggest thing I would recommend is just don't give up, don't quit. I know life is hard, and I know a lot of us out there that are listening to this post, you are going through a lot. You are suffering. You are really struggling. But I'm telling you that there are better days. I've struggled. I've been in the hospital. I've been there. And you know what? You will come out of this, and you will look back at your life and say, look how far I've come. And do not be intimidated by and also do not be intimidated by fitness at all. Reach out to me, reach out to Whitney, reach out to anybody in your community that you feel comfortable talking with, and I can help you get started. And it's the greatest thing that's ever happened to me was when I was able to step out on a limb and take that jump. So I want to be here to help others too. So
That's awesome. So
just keep pressing. Did it freeze?
oh, you're good now.
Oh, sorry.
Were you gonna say keep pressing on?
Yep.
So where can people follow you, Danielle?
So I have a personal Facebook account, but most of my I've documented most of my journey through Instagram, and I'm sure Whitney will link my account. But it's Danielle, Danielle, period JOYY. So joy with 2 Y's.
Awesome. And thank you, Danielle, for being a guest on Spastic Chatter. I really enjoyed talking with you today. And if any of you watching this want to be a guest on the show, feel free to leave a comment wherever you see this video, or there's a form in the description. And don't hesitate to reach out and check back next week for another episode of Spastic Chatter. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you so much.